So another NFL season is upon us, and once more my brother Tom's calls to get former Arizona Cardinals quarterback Tim Rosenbach in the Pro Football Hall of Fame have fallen on deaf ears. Which means it's time to talk about Madden.
Madden holiday is here and we will play all night. Calling sick and sound sincere in tackles will delight.
Yes, I like Madden. If you don't like Madden, that's okay. If you liked Madden at one point but no longer do so, that's also okay. Be free. Move on with your life. It's okay. I honestly wish half the people who complain about Madden every year would just realize that. Anyway, I should also point out that I don't normally do things like Ultimate Team or online play. That's just too financially fraught for me. And like I said, I don't recommend anything with the loot boxes, so you should probably just avoid those altogether. And at this point, I've only played a few exhibition games, so I haven't done anything like Face of the Franchise or Franchise Mode. I have done one other thing, which I'll get to. On the plus side, though, I finally figured out how to work the capture footage from my Xbox, so we'll have some game footage for me to narrate over.
Now, is this game perfect? Oh no, of course not. I've noticed the horrendous flaws this thing has. Starting with my first touchdown in the game, when the PAT came up, I was sure that I had selected a regular field goal kick. Instead, I selected a fake, and, well, you can see what happened right here. After that came some very weird experiences on some kickoffs. I mean, suddenly out of nowhere, like something skipped or the screen locked, and then the ball just flew out of bounds. It got so bad in one game, I actually had to switch out my kickoff specialist for the Chargers. Then there's the AI. Admittedly, I was playing on easy mode because, well, I'm not that good, but I played 4 games against the computer and all 4 were complete blowouts. There is such a thing as too easy. I mean, look at the scores right here. At least the Atlanta-Philadelphia game was kinda close at the half. Also, there have been several occurrences where a play that would have normally been called a face mask penalty in Madden 20 doesn't get called at all for some reason.
Now, like I said earlier, I have only done some exhibition games and one other thing. I gave the Yard a try.
The Yard is a new gameplay feature that essentially acts as a sandlot game, or to be more precise, a revival of the old NFL Street series. It's fine once you get the hang of it. The rubber band AI is definitely not as aggressive as it was in NFL Street, which was the game that got me very close to breaking my PS2. But I am left wondering if this was just a response by EA to the news that NFL 2K was coming out with a new arcade-type series. You know, kind of like NFL Blitz. And, well, that's kind of it for this segment. I mean, I guess I could show a little bit more gameplay footage. There's not going to be any sound because, well, let's face it, there's licensed music all over this game, and I'm really cutting it close on copyright as it is at this point, aren't I? Anyway, enjoy. Okay, I guess maybe I could have a few things here. I mean, that was a fake punch you just saw. This is from the Miami-Green Bay game. I did put the rookies in the second half, but not in this footage here that you're seeing. It might pop up again later on. Also, obviously, this is unscripted, so be prepared to hear a lot of and ers and ums throughout this whole thing. Maybe even a yawn or two. Okay, so let's see what our next game is. I believe it's, Bengals and Jets. This was kind of the first kind of wonky game I had where, again, some of the kicking got weird. There was a bizarre catch, which you're going to wind up seeing at some point. Not in this footage. It's going to be later. So, the other games I kind of played, I did Rams-Chiefs, did Jacksonville-New England, as you saw. I mean, let's see, through some of the other ones. Basically, when you're seeing this footage here, this is me against myself in a multiplayer mode. It proved to be a lot easier and a bit more fun than playing against the AI and just constantly blowing them out like you saw earlier. Though I think the next footage is New England and Jacksonville, and that one you'll kind of see what happened there. Or it's Tampa Bay and Detroit. I should really pay attention to what I'm doing when I'm editing these things, shouldn't I? Anyway, this too turned out to be a total blowout. As you can see, again, it was kind of close. I mean, I set my quarter length to about 8 minutes. I just kind of found that to be the ideal length for a quarter length. I'm definitely not one of those I'll play a 15-minute quarter and keep playing and playing and playing. I generally play about 2 games an hour. well, not an hour, 2 games a session, I guess would be the more proper term. Again, very loosely scripted here. So here's Tom Brady for the Bucks. Still kind of weird to see that. Throwing a complete pass. Let's see, I think it was a fumble at one point on this game. I can't really remember everything. I have posted this up on my Twitter account too. This is back to the first game I played. This is actually like a weird catch that happened. Yes, the Washington football team against the Las Vegas Raiders. So, yeah, like I said, this is a weird catch. I honestly thought this was intercepted when I first saw it. I mean, seriously, it looks like it, doesn't it? Yep, right there. They called that a catch, and I thought it was intercepted when I first saw it. I guess that's some of the bizarre nature of what's been going on here. All right, here we are back at the Packers and Dolphins again. I believe at this point I had put Jordan Love and Tua Tagovailoa in the game. Packers have the ball, so yeah, there's Jordan Love. The rookies, I think, are maybe a little overpowered, but then again, it could be a lot of the settings I have in the game as well. I'm not entirely sure. They still have Ryan Fitzpatrick starting for the Dolphins. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is still starting for the Packers, but that's not a shock. I guess, yeah, I believe it because of Tua's hip injury. Okay, and now this is the catch I mentioned earlier. This is just weird. Yeah, I hit the 2-minute warning. I hate when Madden does that. Just run the clock immediately to the 2-minute warning. Don't make me pick a play and then think I can get a play off. Okay, anyway, this is a catch by Chris Hogan here, which you're going to see. Again, one that I thought was intercepted or maybe was tipped or something, and instead this happened. Right there, yeah. I don't know if that was an AI glitch or what. All right, this is the Jacksonville-New England game I mentioned earlier. Yes, some of the beginning footage. You'll probably see the kickoff, and you'll see what happened almost immediately after that. It'll probably be a little bit more dead air at this point, sorry, because I'm really running out of things to say. I'm not very quick-witted and coming up with things off the top of my head. So, yeah, here we go. Gardner Minshew. Leonard Fournette was still with the Jaguars, obviously, when I played this part, so... okay, kickoff. Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin again. Commentary team from last year. They use a lot of clips from last year. They can't really play it again because there's just licensed music everywhere. Like, I've tried to turn it down in the settings, but I just can't seem to get it down far enough, It could still easily be picked up by, even a human. So, yeah, here's the kickoff. I believe I got the ball back kind of right away, and like my first or second play with the ball, I ran it in for a touchdown with Sony Michel. Just kind of weird there, again, the AI in this game was just really bad. I mean, I know I had it set to easy, but still, yeah, I didn't think easy would be that easy, So yeah, I'm making a massive understatement here, I know, but Madden has some really massive problems this year, and yet I enjoyed playing it. I mean, I understand a lot of the problems. I understand things like glitches or graphic rendering or the fact that a lot of the announcer footage is just rebroadcast from last year. But again, guys, there was a pandemic going on. This game did get delayed a month. Madden traditionally comes out the last week of July. This came out the last week of August. And yet I've never heard any of the reviews point this out. Instead, they just crap on everything and don't want to try to look anything complimentary towards EA. Again, I know EA is not saints, they're a horrible company, but not everyone deserves crap, guys. And in a world where it's getting rarer and rarer to just be able to shut things out and enjoy everything, Madden made me feel relaxed again. It just did. Sorry. Anyway, like I said, this was sort of because this is just some initial thoughts on Madden, not a really full review. I mean, and like I said, it's been helping me kill a lot of time. Anyway, I'll probably do a follow-up video covering like Face of the Franchise or Franchise Mode or something. A little unique, maybe tell a few stories while doing some footage of that since I can now capture it. Or I figured out how to be more precise, capture from the Xbox and get it over to my computer because I, for some reason, could never really do that. But I found a way to, and not with a capture device. Anyway, see you all next time.